A Course in Carols song number 23 is Once in Royal David's City. We are going to start on an F chord, and our opening note is a C. Once. We get 2 counts as a lead into this. 1, 2. Once in royal David's city stood on lonely cattle shed, where a mother laid her baby in a manger for his bed. Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, her little child. He came down to earth from heaven, who is God and Lord of all. And his shelter was a stable, and his cradle was a stall. With the poor and mean and lowly lived on earth our Savior holy. Not in that poor lowly stable, with the oxen standing by, we shall see him, but in heaven, sat at God's right hand on high. When like stars his children crowned, all in white shall wait around. All right, so there we go. That is a very traditional British carol, and very commonly sung every year. And we did very basic things on this one. We did a 1 per for the most of it. And then on the last line, we switched to keeping the beat with a constant series of thumb strums, okay? That may not seem like a huge difference, but it does propel things forward just a little bit more as we're reaching into that final phrase, right? And so we've been doing this kind of thing. Let me just do it on the first verse. In a manger. In a manger for his bed, Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, her little child. Right? Okay. And so that constant motion and keeping the beat with the strums does actually make a difference. You could hear the difference between those 2 little sections there. Now, as far as anything else I did on this one, let's talk about our basic chords first. We've got our F chord. First finger, first fret on the 2nd string, second finger, 2nd fret on the 4th. We've got our B flat, which I like to bar across the entire 1st fret, and then put my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd, and 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 4th. And then we have our C chord, which is 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 1st string. Sometimes I use my pinky because it's just more convenient, especially after I've just done B flat, and that means I can just lift those fingers off and put my pinky down. Okay, and then we have D minor, which is 2, 2, 1, 0. We have 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the 4th, 3rd finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd, and then 1st finger, 1st fret on the 2nd. All right, and so those are our 4 basic chords, and I didn't substitute the don't lift a finger chords for this, not that you probably couldn't. In fact, let's try those, okay? These are the chords that you do where you just leave your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string and you don't take it off. Once in royal David city stood on lonely cattle shed. Right? And those work just fine if you wanted to do those instead. Something, though, that I did differently is you'll notice at the end of the 2nd line I put an arrow going up. And that's telling me I want to take this B flat chord, and instead of going to a regular C, I'm just going to move it up 2 frets. And that's going to propel me into these inversions up at the 5th fret. So I've got an F, which is 5, 5, 5, 8, which is a D shape. It's just on the 5th fret. And then B flat, I was doing the B flat add 9 here, which means I just take my pinky off and then put my 2nd finger down on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. And then I'm back to that F with the pinky. And then I take that B flat add 9 shape, which is 5, 5, 6, 5, and move it up so it's 7, 7, 8, 7. And there I have my C, except this is a C add 9 chord. Nice little sparkly chord. And then I go back to the B flat, to the F, and then the B flat add 9, and then the F, and then the B flat add 9 slide up, the C add 9, and then back to the F, right? And then at the very end, I went back down to the root position chord just to give us a little bit of feeling of closure. All right, and so that's basically what I did there. Now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to mess around with these inversions if you don't want to. I just think it's a nice little touch to something that a carol that doesn't really stand a lot of heavy strumming. The chord changes just happen too fast in this. They're just moving all over the place, and plus this carol traditionally has a very light, sacred, reverent sound to it, and so I would opt for the lighter accompaniment on this one. Now, it's not that you couldn't do something else, you know. Once in royal David city stood on. It just doesn't seem to work for me very well. Once in royal David city, right? Not so awesome to me. I really much prefer the just once in royal David city stood on lonely cattle shed. Except make sure you take a breath before you sing a phrase like that. All right, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Play around with those inversions if that's something you're interested in. They're a lot of fun playing up there in that range, and some people feel that that's where the ukulele really shines, is up to the 5th fret and up above, and I think that's true in a lot of cases, especially when you're playing with 2 people, because you can always have one person playing those root position chords and have somebody else playing the higher inversions to give you a bit of sparkle. And so I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Keep on practicing and spread some Christmas cheer.